Can you hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, just indicate. You need to mute your mic so that you can hear each other. So you're welcome while we wait for other people to join us. You're welcome. You're welcome. So it's going to be an interactive section. It's not that the guest speakers that they want to teach us, they will air their views while we still contribute based on the series of questions that will be thrown out. So it's an educative platform. Just bear it in mind that you are coming to learn, unlearn, and then relearn. The ones that are not helping you, or the ones that you don't know, you need to grab it from the experience of those who are into the field, because surely everybody must marry. So everybody must marry. So as you are single today, maybe in the future or tomorrow, you might be a married man or woman. So it is an opportunity for everyone to. So what's going on? Can you mute your mic? Can you mute your mic, the vice president? Okay, Jenny White, you are highly welcome.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. You guys are enjoying.
Enjoying it. You don't talk like happy.
You guys are really enjoying. I wish to be like you when I grew up.
Ah. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. Amen. Amen. Oh, so let's give people time, a little time to join us. So once they join, we can now begin.
Hello, can everyone hear me? Good evening.
Good evening,
Good evening.
How are you?
the minister.
Yeah, fine.
But boss, I cannot see you. I'm only seeing a caricature here. I cannot see your face.
You cannot see my face.
Yes, yes. You have to allow me to see your face. You are visible now. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Welcome to the platform.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
How is
Yeah.
the weather down there?
You say what?
How is the weather?
Okay. I'm coping. I'm coping with the weather.
Because me, I'm in Abuja. It's not that cold. Where the Jake is on that. But
Oh. Okay. Okay.
so I see we are only 4 now, but
And
Yes.
let's give some people some time. I think they
okay,
will
so
join.
that they join us.
Yeah.
I'm going to be chill.
Okay. I cannot see her other. What's the name of the female voice I'm hearing now?
Okay. Her name is.
Chimerema, how are you?
I'm fine, are you?
And where are you from? Where are you videoing from?
From Abba.
Ah, that's good. Oh. I have one friend from Aba. His name is Sam.
Somewhere.
Yeah, Sam, we did the same camp with him. I think when I was doing my NYC, he was a very good friend of mine during that time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Welcome.
thank you. So back to Bows. That's good. So that why are you laughing? Mary, you're meeting. She wants to join, you know. She has what to advise,
She can join now. She can join.
Say hello. Say hi, hello. Greet him, say good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Hello. How are you?
Say I'm fine.
Yeah. Very
Was
good. Very good.
oh, you want to join? So how's it over there in the office?
Work is going well.
Okay.
I was there today,
I
so
was not there on Tuesday. Dr. Sando called me and he was like, do my people need those things that we distributed that time? I think they distributed everything on Tuesday. Abi?
okay.
Isaiah we did and the stuff like that.
Okay.
I'm not supposed
Okay.
to discuss. I'm just keep quiet.
Okay, Minister, I think we'll talk that behind the camera because.
Start discussing disinfectants here.
Okay. Okay. We'll start. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first of its kind. We haven't done this kind of a thing before. We have been planning for us to have this kind of gathering, and thank God that it is taking place. And I believe that at the end of this program, we'll be able to learn something meaningful. We'll learn, relearn, and unlearn.
Yeah.
The guest speakers that we have is not that they are teaching us. Yeah, they are teaching us, and we are learning from them, and we are sharing ideas.
Of course.
Yeah, they will be talking from experience, and
Yes.
some of us who are not yet in the field, it will help us to be able to prepare our mind towards the journey, because surely everybody must marry. Yeah, everybody must marry. So, yeah, so it's good for you to be able to listen, ask questions where it's necessary, and contribute. If there's any mistake, they made when they were before they entered into the field. Hey, can you mute your mic, please? Mute your mic. So they will share their experiences, their mistakes, that we can learn from there, so that we can be able to enjoy a fruitful marriage. Because from dating, we can now get to marriage. It is whatever we experience in dating, or however we arrange the dating period, whatever we experience in dating, that's what we are going to experience when we marry the person. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are highly welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, we know the topic is about the purpose
So,
of dating and leveraging the opportunity before you agree to marry. So that's the topic.
okay.
That's the topic. I hope I'm in order.
Yes. So before we start, I would like to know how many of us are in a relationship, and how many of us are married, and how many of us are single. I see 4 of us now. I'm sure. So we're still in the
Okay.
dating pool. I'm married. I don't know about my friend Chimerema, right?
Chimerema can speak for herself.
Chimerema, can you hear me? Where is she? Chimerema is not responding.
Okay, me, I'm in a relationship. I am.
Okay.
Amen.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So we'll start with dating, but hello, we have another person here. How are you?
We need to talk about dating. We have heard about dating. You understand? So we need to know everybody, we need to contribute. If you have anything to say, what this dating is all about. Yes.
So dating depends on the couples, because there are different kinds of people. Some do not go through dating. Some they just have an arranged marriage and they get married. Some date for years. Some will date for a few months. Some even date for a few weeks, get married. So I don't know about you people. Whether you have to meet in Akiba. So what do we talk about now? Is it the red flags?
Yes.
Oh, we'll still come to that. We'll still come to that. I just want to hear other people's opinion about dating. Yes. I don't know if someone has something to say about dating. What do you understand by dating? How do you see it?
Dating? Yes. So what is dating?
Okay. From what I know, even though even though things have really changed, and then dating is not part of African culture.
Definitely.
It is a Western social norm. But these days, a lot of things that we are doing has been westernized.
Nice, special dating world, yes.
Yes, a lot of things have changed. So dating is all about when two people or group of persons, they feel like they need to know each other very well. They will fix a date, they will hang out in a particular place, and then they will sit out, talk about themselves, so that they can know if they are compatible. You understand? So that is what dating is all about.
Okay.
That's what this is all about. Yes. So I don't know if any other person has anything to say about that, about dating.
I see another friend of us have joined us. Please, may we know your name? Can you please introduce yourself?
Are you referring to me, ma?
Hello, good evening. May we know your name?
Okay, my name is Comrade Chigozie Ezako. Chigozie Charles Ezako. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm one of them.
Okay. Mr. Chigozie, are you dating, or you're in a relationship, or are you married?
Right now, I'm not yet married, and I have a date.
Okay, you're in a relationship, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I just wanna know the dimension as in the topic is so that I can come in. because I needed to grasp some certain things then before I can begin to ask some questions regarding to this very dating of the team, because I've had many experiences.
Okay. So may Adam earpiece.
I don't know. I want to ask something regarding
Okay.
about distance relationship. I don't know. My question is this: does distance relationship is it in any way good, or as in or not that good? Because I have a fiance. But at last, she later broke my heart. So, but I have to move on, regardless of anything. So, I just want to know if is it advisable for one to keep a distant relationship, or is it not? I believe you understand my question.
My earpiece.
Okay, wait. Hello.
Distance
Let's not.
relationship, you want advice. Did you hear me very
Hello?
well?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear.
I'm going very well. And my daughter is disturbing.
Yeah. Minister, I would suggest that before you answer the question, can we elaborate on the issue very well before questions can be asked?
Yeah.
Okay, let's elaborate on the subject matter before questions
Okay.
to contribute. You understand?
Yes.
Okay. What's the purpose of this dating? What is the purpose? What is the purpose
of dating?
Yes, what is the purpose? Because like I said earlier, when I did my introduction, that in the past, our forefathers, they never dated. Yeah, they never dated, and they got their wives, and then everything moved perfectly, and they were happy. But these days, despite the whole thing, it seems like we have a lot of broken homes. So what's the essence of this dating? What is the purpose?
You see, Obina, you see, dating has changed a lot over the years. People think of dating as someone and see whether they have things in common. If they don't have, they just split. Appreciate the dating era that we're into now. So I don't know. There's nothing like dating, but because of this westernization, his wife for at least a year or two. And you see, dating for such a long time, it's of not any advantage. People might be saying, if I've been with her and I've been dating her for 7 years, I know her very well. It's very wrong. Dating is very different from marriage. Dating is very different in the same house or in the same area. So I wouldn't advise my younger brothers and sisters to just rely on dating to figure out who their partners are, because people can pretend. You know, you'll be with a nice person and you think he's nice or she's nice for over a long period of time, you're thinking that's all about her. She's nice, she's good, he's kind, she's gentle. But you never know that person unless you live with that person. And you can never know the kind of person you are with until that love hormone starts going down. You know, this what is trying to say that love chemistry. That love is all about hormones and chemicals that are secreted into the brain to make you feel good and high during that dating period. So you won't be when you're in that state of mind, when there's so much dopamine and serotonin that's secreted as a result of that interaction, it will fog your idea of who that other person is. You will not be able to see that person with all that hormones calm down. If they calm down after getting married or after staying with that person for a very long period of time, that's when you understand who they really are. And maybe by that time, like, what have I seen in this person that I'm living together with? Why am I even in love with this person? Then you see reality will set in. Before you know this happening, you people will start arguments here and there. You start fighting, and before you know this happening, and before the marriage goes anywhere, people will just split. Or maybe after dating for too long, without even getting married, the marriage will just, the situation shift or the relationship will just scatter. So, and then from there, you move on to another one, thinking maybe since this one didn't work, maybe the next person out. And it's not like that. It's not like that. We should really, we should learn to know who we are, understand what we are, how we work, what our love language is. Like every individual have their own love language. You could be with a person for a long period of time without knowing their love language. You understand? And without that person knowing your love language. So at the end of the day, it's just you will just be guessing. And that person might not know how to communicate to you, my dear, or dear, this is my love language. If you don't know, then that's how the relationship will not be that sweet. It will become boring because maybe you not showing that person love through their love language, even though you love that person, but because you don't know how to express their love in their own way, the way they will feel appreciated. Before you know this happening, the person will feel he's bored in the relationship or he's not being appreciated. And then you just find out that the relationship will just fail. And then you just break up. And then they move to another relationship. So there are key things we're supposed to know before we start dating, both gender.
Okay. In summary, that means you encourage dating because when you are dating, you'll be able to know the kind of person that you are dealing with before you say I do, right?
No, Mr. Obinna, you know what? I do not encourage dating. I don't encourage long-term dating. I wouldn't mind in the dating world, you meet someone for the first time, you meet them another time, second time. After the third time, people should start talking about marriage. Because if you meet someone 3 times, you'll be able to pick what kind of person that person is, whether you people have a lot in common or not. So you see, if we are able to arm ourselves with enough knowledge, we'll be able to identify.
Can we mute our mic, please? Mute our mic.
Like for example now, are you with me?
I'm with you. We are listening.
Yeah, for example now, I'm on a date. Okay, I have a date with Mr. A today. So I'll definitely dress up good. I will find an area or a place have that date. Maybe it's an eatery or maybe it's a park. Me as the lady, I'm not the one that is supposed to pick out the place. So the first red flag is, as a female, the first red flag I'm supposed to look at is if he arranges for the date and picks out the restaurant or the location, then which means definitely it's a green flag because he's presenting himself as the gentleman, as the man that he's supposed to be. He picks out the date and the location, so that's a green flag. But if he leaves everything to me, like, babe, where do you want to go? Choose your location, which restaurant. It's not my responsibility. So I'll take that as red flag. That's number one. The second thing is, on the second date, I should be able to know what kind of person he is, his temperament, like and dislike, what angers him, and stuff like that. And another advantage of maybe a long-term dating, maybe for a few months, you'll be able to understand what makes him angry and how does he react when he's angry. Is it something you can take? Is it something you can handle? How does he react when I annoy him? Or how do I react when he annoys me? Or how do I communicate to him when he upsets me? Or how does he communicate to me when I upset him? So we should look at stuff like that. We shouldn't just think about, oh, he picked a very fancy restaurant. Wow, he's rich, his wallet is deep. Those are not things that you look after. There are rich guys there, or fine women. There are women that are there out there in the dating world that have zero communication skills when it comes to interacting with their partners. So we should also look at that point too.
Okay. I don't know if any other person has anything to say about this dating. She's saying that she doesn't support dating before marriage. I don't know if
I have something to say. Like, I wanted to know the difference between dating and relationship. Are they the same thing or they're just two different things?
Well, there are different types of relationships. The first thing you should bring into consideration before dating is, why am I even dating in the first place? Why am I dating this person? Why am I going out for a date with this so-so person? Is it marriage, or is it just for a short-term relationship? Or is it just because you feel like you're supposed to have a boyfriend? All my peers have boyfriends. They go to their boyfriend's place. So me too, I'll start dating so that I'll have a boyfriend. You see, people go into dating with different reasons, with different intentions. So it depends. Are you ready for marriage? Then you start dating with that in your mind. So it depends on the person. Depends on your intentions. That's how I feel.
I'm the lady that asked the question. I don't know whether you are cleared.
I'm not sure I'm that clear like that, because I just wanted to know if
The difference between dating and relationship, right?
Yes, or are they just the same thing? The dating, the relationship, is it just the same thing?
Okay.
Like, dating someone, can you not say person? Or I'm dating him, but I'm not in a relationship with him.
Okay. If you are dating, you are in a relationship with someone. You understand? And then the purpose of dating, you understand, is to know the person so that if the thing can then move to another level, which is marriage. Are you getting me? So whenever you are in dating situation or you're dating someone, just bear it in mind that you're in a relationship.
So the question here is, can you hear me? The question here is, why are we dating? Why do we date?
Yes.
Why do we date?
Okay. I can say that I can just point at 3 reasons why because I propose that we should date before marriage. Because can you hear me? Someone is making noise from the background. Someone is making noise from the background.
Please, one house, please.
Okay, I am of the opinion that you should date before marriage. Reason being that godly dating, godly dating, not
Yes.
the one that we have changed the situation around it. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. It will build what we call intimacy. You understand? When I talk about intimacy, I'm not talking about sexual contact. No, intimacy goes beyond sexual contact. You understand? Intimacy has to do with trust. If within the period of dating, whether you trust the person's wishes, whether you trust the person's dreams, whether you trust the person's ideology, whether you can be able to cope, whether if you can be able to trust this person to a certain level. You understand?
Yes.
But and another reason is that
There was one article I was reading about dating Obinna and the Coke. Can you people hear me?
Yes.
There was one article that
Yes,
I
we
read.
can hear you.
So the guy is an expert in relationship issues. So he was advising women, particularly young women, that if they are dating, they shouldn't date just one guy, whether be it the man or the woman. They should date like 2 to 3 to 4 at once, so that you weigh your. So you should understand what dating is. Dating is not a relationship. You understand? You're not dating someone because you want to start building a relationship. You are dating someone because you want to weigh your options of whether you consider this person for a relationship or not. So we should have like 3
That's
to
what we
4
call
options.
courtship.
You understand? If option number 1 doesn't click, you go to option number 2. If option number 2 doesn't click, you go to option number 3. You know, the advantage of this is at the end of the day, you'll be satisfied with the choice you made. Why? Because you had options. You understand? It's not the one that after you start a relationship, because you were dating just one person for a so amount of time, then you start regretting. What if I saw that? What if his best friend looks better? His best friend, I communicate better with his best friend. This my neighbor, he looks better. You see, if you have options, it will cancel that out by the time you make make up your mind about the person you like. So I think it's better if a girl is going out on a date, she should date like 3 to 4 guys at once. Then at the end of the month, or at the end of the day or the week, she should make up her mind on the person she truly likes, and then decide whether to move on and take the relationship to the next level and sort things out.
Minister, if you're saying that we should have options, that means it's double dating.
Thank
when you talk
you.
about
Like,
double
I wanted
dating,
to say that
No,
one, sir.
Look, let me tell
when you
you
talk about
something.
double dating, you know what comes to we are
Obinna,
Africans.
Triple
We are Africans.
dating.
let me try to explain myself. She's a lady.
Okay.
You understand? She's a lady.
Okay. You're telling, maybe
lady
you're telling
has
us.
many
You're telling us
admirers.
that.
Wait. A lady has
Then,
many.
what's the difference between it and courtship?
You said?
So what
Then
if all
what's
the
the difference
options
between
fail?
it
What would the
and
person do?
courtship? What should be
What's the
called
difference
courtship?
between what?
Okay,
What's the
questions are
difference
many.
between it and courtship?
Huh?
After dating, then we move to the next level, which is courtship. That's what I'm telling you. Dating does not define the relationship. You are dating because you want to have an option. If you are dating just one person, you can't know your interest. Maybe there are other people that will match more of your interest other than that one person that you just be dating one person. But I advise women to date more than one man at once, so that she will make a very good choice from those 4 men. Then from that, make up her mind that I choose Mr. B instead of Mr. C. I prefer Mr. B because Mr. B communicates and I have good chemistry with Mr. B. So I want a relationship with Mr. B, and I will take it to the next level, which is courtship. Then after courtship, what comes after courtship is marriage. So that's the advice that guy gave. It depends on you.
Okay. Mr. Lawrence has a
I'll take
question.
this
Mr. Lawrence has a
advice.
question.
I'll take this advice. I'll
wise
leave the one and
Don't take it
and
to
date
heart.
It's a
three.
wise advice, my
So
dear.
what
You
Oluchi,
if
don't
all
take
the
it to heart.
options?
won't have
That's
any
what I'm
regret. It's
Okay.
not like you are
Hello,
kissing
hello,
A
hello.
and kissing B and C and D at the same time. There are rules to dating. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you the rules to dating. If you meet a guy, it doesn't mean on the first date he must kiss you or you must lay down with him.
No.
Dating is not like that. Dating is you meet a guy, you talk and see how things will go. There are times we meet a man and immediately on that day, you feel like you have a connection with that person. Things will just click. You have this kind of chemistry with that person. Let's say Mr. A. And then you fix another date with Mr. B. Then you compare. Mr. A, how was he communicating with you? Was he love bombing you? Did he just start saying, I love you on the first date? You understand? There are so many things that you can compare because there are different kind of men. There are men that are men. There are men that are just followers. They are not men. They are just male with the male genitalia. You understand what I'm saying? So it's better you know how to say, okay, this is a man. He communicates properly with me. He respects me, and he communicates properly with me. So there are some men out there, and some women out there that they are after relationship. They are chasing. They are after that chase that is in a relationship. You know that chasing phase where you feel you are attracted to that man, or he's attracted to that lady. So they will just start chasing each other just for the chase. There are men that are out there, they just want to date because they are looking for a partner or a life partner that they will marry and live and have kids with. There are men out there that are dating for just dating sake. They just want to date woman and just use her or just sleep with each other and just, that's not dating. That's why I said, women, if you're dating, date more than one guy. Date 4 men at once. Even the men, I advise them to see more than one woman at once and then make their choice. If marriage is their mind.
Okay. Mr. Lawrence has a question. Mr. Lawrence, you have a question, please. Go on.
I said, what if all the options fail? But not for me. I don't think there's any rule when it comes to dating.
Osimiliana Tata.
You
Does the river ever get dry?
Do you feel attacked
Does the
by
river
my
ever
advice?
get dry?
Don't feel attacked, please.
The Osimiliana Tata.
How can all your options drive? Nobody's perfect. Out of
Out of 5. Out of 5, you can't choose one.
See, like now.
Out of 5, you cannot choose one. Is that not a problem?
As a guy, I can't tell you don't have up to 10 girlfriends or 5. And you
Jesus!
would tell out of
You
that
cannot
5
choose
or
Wait.
That is violence.
1, 2, 3. You get the point.
That is violence.
See,
This thing is
out of 5 women, at least nobody is perfect,
you
but
don't
at least
choose
you will
one.
see someone that has the qualities that you need. At least if you have up to 3/5, it's okay. You can be able to build a person. You can't tell me that out of the 5, you cannot be able to see anyone.
Bro, nothing is impossible. You understand?
Hey.
Don't be so.
Personally, even when I started dating, my way has been.
Mr. Chigozie, you know why I'm advising guys to date more than one person? Let me give you an example. If you say you are going to stick to only one person at a time, Chigozie, what if that woman has so many red flags and you don't even know? Because you've been brainwashed with love that you have for that woman at that time. You understand what I'm saying?
You find way to turn the red flags.
See, maybe
you don't just
green. I have hypo for that flag.
But maybe the second lady has legs. You understand? Maybe what if the only lady you're with, she was just love bombing you, telling you she loves you, but she's just pretending. Do you know how to identify women that bomb or men that love bomb you on the first date?
The truth is that everybody have their own way.
Let me tell you, it's red flag for a man or a woman to profess that they love you on the first date. It's wrong. That's the big red flag. You can't just meet somebody on the first date and you just splatter out, guy or girl or babe, I love you. It's a very big red flag.
So there's no love at first sight.
They love bomb. Show you that they don't. They are the best.
There's a question. Does it mean there is no love at first sight?
I need to be clear.
It happens, but rarely.
But maybe there is love at first sight, but you don't need to say it out, right? Yeah, maybe there is love at first sight, but you don't need to say it out. You just need to put it into action.
It's not working for all. It's not working for all.
The truth is that
My dear,
there's no rule. There's no rule guiding this thing. In terms of dating, there's no rule. Everybody can flop at a time. You can be the loser while the other is gaining. So it happens like that.
Close the door.
So it's just that when you are in love, you don't love foolishly. Try to be smart. But they don't use you.
Okay.
What is Chico just saying? I didn't hear him very well.
Okay, his name is Lawrence. Lawrence. Okay, he's saying that there is no rule to this thing.
There is a rule, definitely. See, there is a pattern to each and every human being. Why do we study psychology? Why? Because each and every human being has his own different way of reacting to different situations. Different kinds of households, with different kinds of settings. Some of us come from single homes. Some of us come from homes that are stable. Some of us come from homes that are unstable. Meeting the Allah. So if you say there are no rules to it, then which means definitely we're not humans. Humans have patterns. Everything has pattern. That is why human psychology is studied. Had it been we don't have a pattern, and had it been we don't flow and are governed with certain rules, then definitely there's no need to study psychology. A good psychologist, if you just have one or two conversations with them, from the way you speak or from the way you react to different situations, they'll be able to say, okay, this is a social kind of person. This is his kind of temperament. This is the kind of whom he grew up in. This is his love language. So things like that can be measured just by having a conversation with a person, with a psychologist. So there are rules to dating. I promise you that there are rules.
I agree with you. There are rules. There are certain rules. It's not that you apply all the rules, but there are a basic one. Like,
there are basic rules, yes.
Number one is that, from what I have studied, you should take dating as a choice and not a necessity. Being as a choice means that is what you have decided, not that you are under pressure.
You're not
under pressure. It's something you're doing because you want to make a choice. And yes. Mr. A, he doesn't owe you any responsibility to move on with the relation. If you want, you do it. If you don't want, you check out. Yeah. That's what dating is. You figure out what that person, if you don't click with that person, you move on.
And another thing is that before you date someone, even before you give it a thought that I need to date this person, you should be able to check what are the benefits and what are the pitfalls that I'm going to experience if I date this person. You understand me? You should bear this one. You should have these are principles. This is what you need to guide you before you now begin to say, okay, now guy or girl, let's date. You understand? Because like I always tell people, dating is, I encourage dating, not for sexual contact, but godly dating, whereby you can be able to know the person. Even while you are dating, even before you date, you can be able to set boundaries. If I'm dating you, girl or boy, we are not going to have any sexual contact. Even if I'm going to come to your place, even if you don't have self-control, and you know that if you go to this person's house, anything can happen, you can just set boundary. And you get to me? You can just set boundary. Because I always tell people that it's very dangerous It's dangerously dangerous. It's dangerously dangerous to marry anyone who doesn't fear God. But if you are dating, if you give yourself to dating, you'll be able to understand if this person truly fears God. You understand? If he truly fears God. For example, now there is one lady I know. And again, I know I'll ask a question about that we have online dating and physical dating. Okay, this one is online dating. Someone linked both of them up, and the guy was in abroad. So they were chatting on Facebook, the phone was going, the girl was ready to go in. So immediately the guy came back to Nigeria, he married the lady. You understand? And when they entered into the marriage, okay, it was in the process of entering the marriage, that was when the girl began to see some funny attitude from the guy, that the guy smokes. He does, and before that time, the girl, she has taken in. You understand? And the girl doesn't like someone that smokes, but because it was an online dating, there was no time for her to be able to see the person physically, and then she now gave in. And then, right now, if you ask her now, do you regret marrying this person? She will tell you, yes, I regret marrying this person. This is not my husband.
So, Mr. Obina, what went wrong? What did she miss? How come she missed the fact that he smoked? How come she missed the fact that he has some funny
He didn't tell her.
Yes, he wouldn't tell her. That's what I'm telling you. People don't say the truth while they are dating.
Because I know particularly he did that. So.
And I advise.
The reason why she didn't notice that was that the guy was in abroad. It was an online dating.
They were but on the other hand, you can't ignore that he didn't tell her.
Online. Advise people to date online. It's better you meet that person face to face. And if you are dating someone, date that person for at least 4 months. 4 months. Because after 4 months, all those hormones that are involved in making that feeling of feeling in love and in cloud nine, that feeling will not allow you to see past through the person's shortcomings. You know how that person reacts when he's angry. You know how that person reacts to you stating out your boundaries. So by then make any decision you like after 4 months. Because everything would have come down. Everything have gone down. So you're in your real senses. Your eyes have cleared by that moment. Even if you want to have your first kiss after dating, even if you want to marry someone, marry that person after 4 months without kissing, without any sexual contact, without any intimacy and stuff like that. It should be after 4 months.
So we are encouraged to marry non-tested.
Because you said we know this way.
To marry non-tested.
You're encouraging us to marry non-tested.
That's unacceptable by me.
No, wait. Understand me. Colin, understand me. I said, even if you want to marry somebody, sharp, make sure it's after 4 months.
I know, but there's need for
4 months.
There's need for us to know who we are marrying, both in terms of sex and other things.
That is if you actually live with
somebody who do not have sex. I need to feel what I'm marrying. Whether it tangles with anything I want, what I want. So I can't just jump into marriage
I can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me?
Okay.
He's saying that are you advising us to marry someone without testing the person?
If you don't buy apple for market, you go test. The test before they go allow you buy them.
That is true. If you have extra money, you can test. You can buy one test first, then buy other one.
So what are you implying now? Say if there are two sisters now, you go test one, then buy the other one.
That's what I'm trying to say. In terms of relationship, see, sexual aspect of it is very important. You understand? I believe our women now they have this high. It's so been like computer English for me. They have this high urge for sex. When you marry someone that cannot meet up to your sexual urge, I believe that also will affect the marriage. So in terms of dating and relationship, that is when you find out that whether this guy or this lady matches to what you want. So you can't just come, you see somebody because you begin to understand each other, then you jump into marriage. Okay, you go regret it. Oh, man, don't read too much book. Don't confuse you.
That is another option, Sha. It's another option.
But what about okay? If you want to test before you marry, you understand? And then you now discover, okay, when you test, you now discover this person has what she's capable, but in attitude, she's not good. That means you're going to leave her and then begin to look for another person that has good attitude and can give you what you want. Okay, that's how you continue to test. When will you get tired?
My brother, see, if you're a man and you want to settle down, it's very simple. Understand? Even before you consider going in, let's say you want to be, you said in a godly manner. If you want to consider you want to settle down with this person, by then you have actually found out exactly what you want, and then you can enjoy the thing for it. It's very simple, my guy. So we will not the wine ourselves for here. We know exactly the thing.
Okay, you will first check the character first before asking the girl for the sex part.
That's if that's your own pattern. You understand? People have their different pattern. You get the point.
Okay.
I'm ready, Minister.
So I want to ask now, maybe one more last question, and everybody can say what they have to say generally, then we'll not go. Maybe minister has gone. The minister has gone. Okay, now, what are the red flags that you see in relationship while dating, and you back off? What are the red flags, just generally? What are the red
flags? Let me try.
Okay, go.
This bad character, you can see bad character and you like let go. Then in some guys or girls, they'll be like, when they are not sexually satisfied, is one of the problems. Like they might give excuse, the girl is too wide, like she's like borehole, or the guy dick is small, like that kind of red flag. Then when the girl is dirty or the guy is dirty,
it
can also what again can I add? Then we go to this religious stuff. There are some, let's say a Muslim dating a Christian. Is somehow a red flag there in Christian way or in church way, a godly way. That's what I can say.
Okay. So any other person?
Dirtiness, so where is it?
Okay. For my own part, I can say that number one red flag is that if you are dating, that's number one. If you are a dating type. Number two, if you are not domesticated, both male and female.
Sorry, my cellular data got off, so I'm back. Sorry, I must have missed it.
Okay, so we are talking about the general red flag that you notice while you are dating and you now back off.
Yes, very important.
So everybody is now mentioning. I said after that we will round up. So number one is that from my own part is that if you are a dating type, we cannot row. You understand? We cannot work together. Then number two, if you are not domesticated, both male and female, now it's not that cooking is meant, taking care of the house or cooking is meant for only women. Even male, you should be able to know those things. So if I'm a lady now and I discover that as a man, you don't care about all those things. Maybe if I come to your house for the first time, I discover that you are a dirty type. Your kitchen is so messed up, almost I cannot cope with you. Number 3 is that it's good that we enjoy life, but when I discover that your own enjoyment of life, man, is beyond the control. You are the clubbing type, you know. I don't see any wife material qualities in you. I cannot be able to cope with you. I cannot, because
so Mr. Obina, what if she pretends that she has all these qualities? Because we women are very good at pretending that we are wife material, that we need, that we can do all these things. It's very normal for us to pretend for more than 5 months that we can do all those stuff. We can even come to your house, we cook for you, we clean for you, we do all these things. So how will you identify that what we're truly wife material? How?
Okay, now is it because, okay, now that I'm telling you now, if I didn't tell you, you wouldn't know what I need in a woman, what I need in a wife material.
Let me tell you,
There's no how.
potential partner maybe amongst us here. What you just did is wrong. You have already gave out your so she can just use it against you and then trap you.
No.
So
I know what I want.
Red flags. Those are not red flags, Mr.
Okay. No. That for my own. No, that's a red flag. I've mentioned 1. If you're the dirty type. Number 2, if you're not domesticated. Number 3, if tomorrow I see with this man, and the next day I see with another one, oh no, your stories are not straightforward. I cannot date you. Then number 4, most importantly, if you don't have this drive for knowledge, because I don't want to date an olodo. You understand? I don't want to. You're in a family. You cannot have a constructive discussion with someone. You are talking A, the person is talking B. The person doesn't encourage you to move further in your career or in your professional life. Because if I marry you with that kind of attitude, you will infect my children. So if
you're going to solve quantitative
I hope we women because he's talking on behalf of the men. If at the end of the day, my what I just did now is that men don't even marry because of love. Let me tell you. When it comes to marriage, men don't use their heart most of the time, they use their head.
No, you don't marry your lover now. Why will you marry your lover? You don't marry your lover, you marry your friend.
You see, that's how you see what I said. We have 4 options or 5.
I'm not surprised.
You understand me, but
no, live love. Love is just what stimulates love is just a chemical reaction. You understand?
That will last
only. There's no how love can be enough for marriage.
That will last only 4 months.
You are not serious. I'm not serious.
There's no how love can be enough for marriage.
God. I swear, if I don't date up to 4 guys,
you need to marry your friend now. Don't marry your lover, because your lover. The reason why he's your lover, because maybe there's something that person is giving you. You understand? The person is giving you pleasure. Maybe if you enjoy that pleasure, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, it will go tire you. You will not begin to look for another person. But when you marry your friend, that means you guys are one in spirit. You guys are one intellectually. You understand? You will see that person as your sibling. You talk like one. You understand? Not like an external body. Because if it is your lover, after some few months, the hormone will just come down.
You said a lot, Mr. Obinna.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you're looking for a friend, not a lover. It's good to marry someone's friend. It's true.
Yeah. Marry your friend. Leave lover.
And at the end of the day, we should understand what our love language. What is your love language? What should my partner do to make me feel loved? Is it by gifts? Is it physical touch? Is it act of service? You understand? Is it communication? Is it
appreciation?
what they call that word?
Encouragement and appreciation.
Yeah, words of reassuring that I love you, words of assurance. People have different love language. So we should be able to communicate to our partners or to people that were in a courtship. My dear, this is my love language. I love it when you say this, or when you do this, or when I enjoy it when you touch me. Some people it's just physical touch. So we should be able to communicate that to our partners. It's very important because it will make us feel appreciated in the relationship. It will make us feel satisfied and our minds will be at peace and calm. You understand? So anytime you're going back home, you know that your wife is there or my husband knows how to handle things. Yeah, that's very important. And number two is we should be able to grow up in, because if we grew up in a very unstable household, maybe a single dad or a single mom raising up our kids, the kids that are raised on that kind of situation are different from kids that have been raised in stable situations. For example, now if you're dating a woman and then you proceeded to courting her for marriage, then you notice that she has anger management issues. That anger could be as a result of things that she experienced in her past, maybe while growing up. You understand? Maybe her dad or her mom was abusive. Maybe she witnessed physical violence between the mom and the dad, or she was abused in one way or the other as a child. So we should be able to understand how our partner grew up. So we'll be able to know how to communicate better with our partners. Where we should be in a very healthy relationship. A healthy relationship is a relationship whereby if I feel offended, I shouldn't be passive aggressive. We'll just be talking anyhow or throwing plates in the house or walking madly and showing your anger. No, you sit your partner down and you tell your partner, my dear, the other time you did this and this and I didn't like it. So you as the other partner hearing that your partner is complaining, you shouldn't be defensive at that moment. It's good to open your mind and you listen to your partner. You listen to what your partner is saying. Then you try to put yourself in that same position as your partner and then you try to iron things out. You shouldn't take things up personal all the time. There should be a good communication between you and your partner. If not, if you don't know how to communicate with your partner, if you don't know what kind of background your partner is or how he reacts to conflicts, there will be quarrels all the time. You'll be arguing with your partner all the time. So it's very good to understand that my husband or my wife was from a single home and she was raised by a single mother. So this would be her characteristics. I should be able to communicate with her from that angle, from the way she was brought up. And you have to bring it up to her so that she will understand. She too, on a personal level, to understand why she is behaving that way so that she will make corrections. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So relationships are supposed to be healthy. There should be a good flow of communication between each partner so that there will be a peaceful and harmonious home. It's very important.
Okay. Any other person who has things to add before we round up?
Yes.
Nothing much. I think we said it all.
Jenny, why? Do you want to say something?
No.
Okay. Charlie.
No, we know
Charlie,
your
do you have
voice
any
at all at
childhood
all.
trauma we're supposed to know about? Maybe we should address it.
Yeah, Charlie brought a question and then
What was the question? I didn't hear him the other time.
What was the question?
Where is
Charlie
he?
asking?
Charlie. Where is he?
As Charlie disassociated.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm here.
Yeah, your question.
Yeah, I was asking before regarding to distance relationship. I wanted to know if it's a nice decision.
If it's what?
Yeah, this distant relationship.
Okay.
Yeah, I was asking. I wanted to know if it's a nice decision.
You see, Mr. Obina was giving us a short story the other time about distance relationship. He said that there was a girl that was in a distance relationship with a guy and they didn't meet up. So immediately the guy came to Nigeria, immediately one thing led to another and she took in and they got married. So it was after they got married that she found out that she smoked and stuff like that. So it's not advisable. That long distance relation is not, it's good for some time, but you guys should meet on a personal level, physical level, and communicate and see how. And make sure you ask your people to check what kind of person he is on that other end. You send people to investigate. How does he? How is he? How is his or her character in their neighborhood? How does she? Does he have any criminal record? You know, things like that. We are supposed to be in an investigative mode. This investigation nowadays, before you marry anyone, you have to know who you're bringing into your life. If we're talking about for life, it's not something short. You're marrying this person, you want to have kids with this person, so it's not a joke. It's not a joke. You have to send people to that place, ask people what kind of person is he, what kind of job is he into, how does he relate with people, what is his relationship with his mother, how does he relate with his siblings, his mother, his dad. All these things are very important. Why? Because if you know how that person relates with their mom, with their family, with their friends, with their relatives, and the kind of thing they do, it will go a long way. To go a long way. To just definitely know what that kind of person is. Because it is said that if you want to know who a man is really, how does he relate with his mother? How does he, how does he talk to his mother? Is he respectful? Does he beat women? You should know that. You should ask questions around. So online dating is discouraged. Better you meet man on man, man to man. Better.
Question. I have a question. Like, we still on this distance relationship. Like, what if in a situation whereby you guys have like met before, then fortunately or unfortunately, the guy has to travel abroad. The time for him to come back will be very long, like giving like 4 years or maybe 3 or 2 years. Then is
Studying.
it advisable? 4 years, years,
Keep studying.
or uh,
Maybe studying
Yes,
or hustling.
anyone. Let's say is hustling, not studying, is hustling.
my dear,
Then is it advisable to wait
let's
for the
let's
guy to come back?
open a woman. Let's ask you, if a man is interested in a woman, he will make time. If a man is interested in a woman, he will cross mountains. If he's into you, he'll cross mountains, he'll come down to where you are, he'll meet up with you, see your people, and take things up serious. That's how it is. There's nothing like, he's too busy, he's puzzling, he's that is a lie. My dear, if a man is into you, you come to your place. So that's it.
They
Don't
never
worry,
do small thing for your head. You come, they wait for the person.
Don't waste your time.
The truth is that it might not work for Mr. A, it may work for Mr. B.
Mr. B.
So it's like that. Talking about distance relationship, I think I have a relative in abroad that met a girl on Facebook. They chatted for some time, they began to know each other. At a point, he started sending money to the girl, and then he even informed the family that he wants to marry the girl. They have not met for once. They didn't meet for once. You understand? So, to cut the whole thing short, they got married. Even till today, I don't know, but I'm sure all the married people around me, they are the best couple. not by what I see outside. I do go there and I see how they cope and how they do their things. They are the best. So it might not work for you, but it might work for other people. So you cannot actually
Wow.
discourage distance.
No,
No,
they must have
no, no,
done
no.
their
You see
homework.
the commitment. You see the commitment. There is
There
commitment.
is the commitment. They must have done their homework.
There is commitment. It's not that 4 years, nothing. The two families that have not known each other, it is just between you and the girl. No, now there's no commitment.
Yes, even if there's commitment. Okay, what if they after the commitment they get married and the two people involved, they start having an issue? See, these things, there are ways it works. You understand? You cannot actually understand a human being as in you can't actually understand human being thoroughly. There are ways these things work. I believe that maybe marriage is more of spiritual. More of spiritual. So
Marriage is on all levels. It should be on a physical, spiritual, psychological, and mental level. There's nothing like spiritual level only.
okay.
A man and a woman they come together to support each other physically, mentally, spiritually, and psychologically. And I'm telling you something about marriage. It's not just about even physical. When you come to abuse, it's not just physical abuse. We have mental abuse too. We have emotional abuse. So that's why we should be able to identify red flags in our partners before we proceed to cutting each other so that things will lead to marriage. We should know how our partners react to different kinds of situations when exposed to. It's like a test you do to yourself. Okay, let me see. If I get angry, let me see how my wife how would she react? If you don't like the way she reacted, okay, how would you communicate that to her? The way you communicate that to her will definitely determine whether both of you can live in a healthy relationship with healthy communication. So don't say whether this point A would be different to person B. It's not like that. No, it's straightforward. It's either somebody knows how to communicate healthily or doesn't know. Period. That's how it is. It's either somebody is emotionally intelligent or not. Period. One way or the other. Nothing like in between. If you know, you know. If you don't know. So we should arm ourselves with the good knowledge, with enough knowledge to go into a relationship. Because nowadays we just jump into relationship. Why? Because my mates have girlfriends, my mates have boyfriends. Me, I want boyfriend. For what? You're just wasting your time, causing heartbreaks to yourself. Why not just keep yourself until you're ready for marriage so that you save yourself all those headaches? Read about emotional intelligence. Read about healthy communication in relationships. You read about what marriage is all about. Read about what commitment is. You understand? How do I communicate with my partner? What, even you yourself, take time to study who you are. How do I react to different kind of situations? What is my love language? How do I communicate to my partner when he angers me? What is my childhood issues? Do I have any childhood trauma that will affect me in my address all those issues? When you're able to address all those issues and you heal, if you heal over time, then that is when you're a real person and you'll be able to communicate healthy partners with healthy communication skills into your life. If you don't do that, you keep attracting partners that are either toxic or partners that don't know how to communicate or partners that have childhood trauma and it's affecting them in their adult life. So all those things you have to add literature on that. If you just type, if you go to Google or you have TikTok or you have Facebook, there are a lot of platforms in a broader view so that you understand. I think that's it.
Okay. I think we have done justice to the topic. I thank everyone for coming. I never knew that it will last this long. I never knew. Honestly, I really enjoyed the conversation or the discussion. I don't know. What about you? I don't know whether you had the same feeling that I'm having now. I really learned a lot. Thank you very much. And I wish that next time we will have another constructive discussion like this,
Definitely, we'll
by
make it
that
more.
time, yeah, by that time I will have more people that will join the house. Thank you very much. Thank you, Minister.
Yes.
Thank you, Obinna.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alright.
Good night.
I have something
Alright,
to
good
say.
night.
Okay, now. Bye.
Good night. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
All right, good night.